And we're live. We got a baby. We got a baby. Okay. We got a baby. Man, we got a baby. She with her parentals, so I can't show her yet. But she is the star of everybody's show, okay? She's super cute. She comes from really handsome parents, so that was just inevitable. And she's great. She's doing great. She's a big baby. And she's doing really great. Oh, man. So, yeah, life is lifing, y'all. Shit. Life is lifing. I think I'm gonna be right here today. What up, Bingo? Shout out to Bingo. Bingo trying to get his life because he got a new little sister that he don't know her yet, so. I know, I'm gonna let you out, Playboy. Hold on. Come on up out here. You wanna go outside? I got you, my boy. Okay, so yeah. I have that song, She Was a Fairy. Yep, she was a fairy. That's because the baby mama with Destiny was just singing, she was a burrito. Because we had the baby wrapped in a burrito. Wrapped like a burrito. So now I have it in my head. But anyways, welcome to the morning message. Okay. Today is Friday, y'all. Goddamn, this week, the last several weeks have flown by. By the way, before I forget, for anybody that's in the Houston area, we're gonna have a meetup on July 27th. That's my mama's birthday, actually. Anybody in the Houston area, or if you're near the Houston area, we're gonna have a kickback, a cute little something simple, okay? A cute little something simple just to bring some folks together, to build community, to vibe, to share stories, just to talk. It is women-centered. Everybody's welcome, but it is women-centered and focused, okay? And we're working to get those invites out this weekend. And yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm not gonna hold you. Part of me is looking forward to it, especially so because I know that we cannot leave this area, United States, until we do something local. I know that, like, Spirit is like, yeah, your countdown to go back to Costa Rica starts after this baby gets here. However, you still have an assignment. So, in addition to serving the people in the ways that I love most, which is having live events, it also is a milestone that I have to meet before we can go back to the Ricas, as we call it. But that aside, let me introduce myself. Hello. Man, I look fine. Okay. I am Allah-mi Basheer. Let's start with that. I'm an intuitive self-mastery coach. Most notably Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, más o menos 20 minutes. I chime in to do an intuitive message, a live channeled intuitive message. It used to be that I didn't know what the topics would be from day to day, but I've now started giving myself an assignment so that I can more readily make these videos archivable for you all, if nothing else. Um, and I like these titles being kind of forecasted ahead of the conversation. I still don't spend any time, quote, thinking about them. It still comes as a live channel message in real time because I'm not reflecting and trying to find what stories. I'm not planning or preempting any part of it still. But I like that it does help us to ground in conversations that can easily be referenced back through title searches. So I hope you like that too. Let's see. So I find it really apropos that we started this morning message. Hey, Glenisha, what up, Maya? I think it's really apropos. Crystal, Najee, what up, y'alls? I find it really apropos that the baby was crying as we start this conversation. Like, I could not have written a better script, right? Those of you who are parents, even if you've never been a parent, most of us have heard a baby cry at some point or another. And especially a baby, not even just like a kid or a young person, but like a baby, an infant, a poor little defenseless little baby. They have to cry in order to get their needs met, right? It's like that's their one mode of communication that is steady for them. It's like if when I make noise, these MFs move around and they get shit done for me, or they should, right? So it is really apropos that the baby was crying this morning because cries typically are a sign of discomfort, right? Happy babies aren't crying. They're not crying tears of joy. When they are crying, they are trying to alert you to something being out of alignment for them, okay? You know, whether it's they need to eat, they need to shit, or they just did, or they need, diaper change, they need to be repositioned, something might be poking them, or some gas, or we don't know what the hell. Okay, but we know to respond to their cries for discomfort because that means something is out of alignment. Okay. But is that true in every case for everybody all the time? Some of you grown-ass adults be having temper tantrums and shit over things not going your way. And because you feel like it's not going your way, you feel like it's, quote, wrong. Yeah. And when I say not going your way, it's discomfort. There's some dis-ease that happens. And we can take anything very simply, okay? You leave the house to go somewhere, and you think you're going from A to Z, from point A to B, as they say, and you get out there in the car and there's traffic. And now you're starting to get disrupted and diseased because you can't move as fast forward as you wanted to, as you thought you would be, going just from where you are to where you want to be. And it creates some dis-ease and discomfort. And you may say things like, I hate this, and like, this is so stupid, and I should have left earlier, or I should have waited to leave later. Or you start making excuses for why this discomfort shouldn't be. Okay. And I don't know how many of you in your time of driving or riding in a car have ridden past an accident that just happened, right? Just happened. And, that may have been what the traffic was, right? What the traffic was even about. So instead of riding past that accident joyful that traffic slowed you down so that you weren't a part of this accident or incident, instead of looking at the situation from a value-added perspective, you're saying things to yourself like it shouldn't be this way. I should have done this or that or the other. No. What you should have done is what you did, which was leave at the time you did and be slowed down in that moment, in that momentum, and have avoided this accident that could have been you. Okay. So there's a lot of energy today around rethinking our discomfort and rethinking moments when we feel like we're being delayed or detoured or distracted by something that, quote, should be going a different way. Bingo wants to go upstairs. Yeah. So that's what we're talking about today, is this discomfort. And how just because you may feel uncomfortable doesn't mean something is always wrong. Because you're not an infant. You're a fully functioning adult. And I know I've had my own temper tantrums. Hell, I've had temper tantrums here on this platform about shit not going my way. Go back to some of last month's content, or the month before that. Literally onto the internet's crying because I'm fucking frustrated that things are not going, quote, my way. Hard air quotes around that. But just because things aren't going your way, just because you're uncomfortable, doesn't mean that life is not in perfect order. Quite honestly, that discomfort is what, again, activates new actions. It jumpstarts some shit. It's not until you get uncomfortable that sometimes you now will take a second look at what is happening or how something went down or what you're wanting or what you're needing. Like that discomfort activates things. It inspires new right action. So I feel like this is a lot of time. This message is really rooted in y'all really rethinking the things that are irritating you in your life right now. Like rethinking it as to telling a new story around it. If you work in a toxic work environment and you sick of all of this shit, it's not, I hate this job and I hate these people and F all of them. This discomfort is actually what is going to jumpstart you into change, into realignment. Your living situation is uncomfortable. You don't like who's doing what or how they live or how they eat or how they clean or whatever the things are. Perhaps it's time for you to move. They're not wrong. The conditions aren't supposed to be comfortable for you because it's supposed to be activating for you. So instead of you getting mad, you can actually get excited that something new and better is on the horizon. It's not wrong. You got fired from your job, and now you're trying to figure it out. It's a line too. You didn't get fired, you got liberated. You got set free so that you can do what is better for you. You got set free so now you can have uninterrupted time and attention to focus on what really matters and what you really want and prefer. It's not a bad thing. Again, you got to rethink it, because from the first mind, you're like, oh shit, I don't have an income. Oh shit, this is embarrassing. What is so-and-so and such going to think? I don't even have nothing else set up next, so how this going to play out? You all in the negatives, as opposed to focusing on the positive. What does this discomfort come to teach you or show you or spotlight for you, highlight for you? It's like two sides of a coin. We can focus on the disruption that discomfort brings, or we can focus on the opportunity. Two sides of the same coin. Remember the other day we was talking about how y'all be fighting for bullshit you don't even want no more? This is a part of that same conversation. Can you turn on this fan, Lovey? This is a part of that same conversation. Be fighting for shit you don't even want or that doesn't even resonate for you no more. Because you're only focused on the discomfort part of it, as opposed to the new opportunity it breathes and births. Whew. That feels so good. Thank you. So that's what we talking about today. What you talking about? We talking about nothing. We talking about something. We definitely talking about something. My lips are dry as hell though. Is there anything down here? Anything? Some coconut oil, shit, I'll even take some avocado oil, just anything of moisture. I promise you. Some butter. Yes. I'm not even kidding. That's avocado oil, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do just fine. Just need a little dab, do ya? Okay, girl. Actually, since you have all this, I'll just go ahead and take it and put it on my body. Thank you.
There's a lot going on this life.
I'm dry.
Save some for your lips, the original.
No, I know. My mom used to do it. Thank you. Watch that. Don't play with me. Shit. Just getting back to basics. I don't need no cute packaging and no fragrance. That's all they gonna put at the bottom of it anyway, if it's a natural product. All right. So let's get into these cards, okay? Because some of y'all need an attitude adjustment. What'd she say? Oh, that's... Yeah. Let's get into these cards because some of y'all need an attitude adjustment around your discomfort. Some of y'all hate to be uncomfortable. I do. I ain't gonna hold you. I don't like it. I don't always like it. I don't always go to the fucking high vibrational perspective on it at all. Sometimes I'm just fucking irritated, annoyed, and frustrated. And that's just what it is. Until I'm ready to shift into a different mindset. So I don't want y'all to be thinking, oh, Allah-mi's so perfect and Allah-mi just finds the roses and the bullshit every time. No, I don't. Sometimes it's a real process. Sometimes I'll have to let my human, and that's how I refer to my ego mind. Sometimes I just have to let my human go through what she go through, which might be crying in the car or crying on the internet or just raging out, angry and upset about something, being real pessimistic. Sometimes I gotta do that first. Okay, and don't stop there, but sometimes I gotta do that first. And sometimes you might too, but again, attitude adjustment, okay? Adjusting your perspective. Taking another look at what you find to be devastating or damaging or just all around undesirable, just re-looking at that. And I always like to use this question. And a lot of my clients love this perspective, is to ask the what else is also true. What else is also true about that situation that's creating the discomfort? Yeah, it's fucked up. Yeah, you wish you didn't have to deal with it. Yeah, people be on some bullshit. All the things can be true. And it's still an opportunity for you to rethink it, to find a new perspective in it while you're in it. It's not hindsight, like, oh yeah, now that I can look back at it, it wasn't the worst thing ever. No, find that shit right now, okay? This is what self-mastery looks like. It's self-regulating. Keep yourself from spiraling in these negative thoughts of despair and say, hey, let me take another look at that. Let me self-regulate. Let me manage these emotions. Let me, instead of getting all hysterical and out of sorts, let me take some deep breaths. Let me anchor. Let me go touch some grass. Let me work on my mindset, my self-taught, and look at this shit from another perspective. There's so much liberation in just that process. What else is also true? Okay? Y'all need to write that down and live by that shit. What else is also true? And I mean that particularly when you're in a low mood, a low vibrational state, when you feeling just real disparaging towards yourself or your situation. What else is also true here? Because again, just because you feel uncomfortable doesn't mean it's not exactly where you need to be. Doesn't mean that things aren't all right. Okay. I'm being led to remember, so y'all know I got kids. My kids are adults. And any mama who knows, or any daddy who knows, just because your kids get grown don't mean you stop worrying about them, caring about them, thinking about them, and wanting to make sure that they're good 24 hours of the day. I can remember when my kids were young, I could, part of my conscious and intentional parenting strategy was to let them suffer through natural consequences of things. And as hard as that was at times, because you know, mama bear, you just want to rescue. You don't want your baby birds to be hurt or to be sad or to be disappointed or to go without. You just don't want all those kinds of things, especially if you have your own traumas. Then you really don't want that shit. And you really be over functioning to make sure it doesn't happen. But for me, I try to really balance that out by letting them make decisions in their little lives. And even if it was a decision that I didn't like or didn't support, or I knew the outcome was not going to work in their favor, I needed them to be able to learn those lessons. So it was a lot of tough love, a lot of it. I know you got eye boogers, bingo, and I know I got on avocado oil, and I know it smells good, but it's not going to work for me to be in my face with these eye boogers. So let me help you. Let me help you, honey. I got you. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me work with you a little bit, because you want to be near, and I can't do that. You can't be around me with eye boogers, homie. He's like, don't you wash your face, wash my face. I got you, Cleta. There you go. Okay. I'm going to say it to the people. No. Okay. So there's that. Oop! What was that? Don't be doing that. He's not dangerous. He talks. So when he don't say nothing, but when he start talking, it's like babies. Babies cry. He starts, it's not a growl. He like, it be sound like a growl, but it's not. That's him like saying he's not completely okay with something. And what he's not okay with, let me show you, is that he can't walk up them stairs right now. So he's trying to tell me he's not okay with that, but he fucking scares me. I know. I don't know what to tell you about it. I don't even know how to help you. Your daddy is upstairs, and he's not coming back right now because he's sick. So, bingo. I don't know how to support you. But I'm trying to do a live right now. So can you scoot over a little bit? Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Maya said hi, bingo. He's like, well, fuck you too. So, my kids, as a parent, you have to, as a good, conscious, intentional parent, you do have to learn to let kids have natural consequences of shit, right? It's not always easy. It's very much not easy at all. And as when they were little, it was easier than it is now that my children are now adults. Whew, it's so hard. It's so hard. It is so hard to watch. I won't go into like specifics of their little lives, but it's so hard to watch your kids navigate life. I'll just keep it big and simple. It really is. As a parent, it's really difficult to not want to come and save the day, to help them get it figured out, to make their life easier, because you know you have a wisdom that they don't quite have yet. But just because they're uncomfortable doesn't mean that life is not in perfect alignment. Just because they may feel confused, or they may have to go without something, or they may, just not feel confident on X, Y, or Z, it's not for me to come and fix it and to to find it and to settle it for them. That's not my job. It's so hard to remember that. And I know I got other mamas and daddies in this room that know what I'm talking about. It requires me to have to self-regulate. It requires me to have to self-regulate real hard, actually. Especially as a coach. You know, when my kids are struggling with things that are mental and emotional especially, it's like, oh my God. I want to go into coach mode, counselor mode, fix it mode. But that discomfort is what they need to find themselves. And I feel like many of you really need to hear this, no matter how old your children are, whether you got a 1-year-old or a 10-year-old or a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old. It's the same conversation. Just because they may be uncomfortable doesn't mean something's out of alignment. It doesn't mean the conditions are wrong. Hell, it doesn't even mean you're right. Even if you have the wisdom and the knowledge and the know-how, that doesn't mean that's their story. It doesn't mean that's how they need to approach it. It doesn't mean that anything is wrong. Life is our greatest teacher. Our greatest teacher. Oh, this is interesting. So as I was just talking about being a conscious and intentional parent. Obviously, I was talking about my children. But this conscious and intentional part, okay, to be conscious meaning to be aware, to be mindful. Intentional meaning to do things with a specific strategy behind it, okay. I've been getting a lot of downloads around reconnecting with my crystals. I told Vic the other day, I need to go to my storage to go get my crystals because it came through a download, like I need to work with my crystals. Now, what does that have to do with anything? People look at crystals as just rocks, pretty rocks. They're different colors. You may use them to make jewelry, or you may use them to put on an altar if that's your jam, or you may do things, rituals like, you know, charging them under the moonlight and all those kind of woo kind of things. But at the essence of it, crystals only represent an intention. That is their primary function. If you actually get into the study of different crystals, you'll learn very quickly, first lesson is they all represent some different aspect of well-being or health or process. Okay, they serve as a placeholder for action, for attitudes and belief systems. They serve as a placeholder for intention. So if your goal in life is to start to practice more self-love because you know you need to do that, you might look at crystals like pink quartz or any kind of quartz, but particularly pink. You might look at an amethyst. Okay. Hell, you might look at a cherry quartz, okay, which is a very strong and powerful crystal. But crystals represent particular intention. If your intention is to practice more grounding because you're really anxious and you have a hard time self-regulating, you might go for one of the darker crystals like lava stone, tourmaline, onyx. What'd you say?
Bloodstone.
Oh, is bloodstone black?
It's not black.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one, but Vic is saying bloodstone. So it's like working with crystals to set the intention for how you want to move in life. Particularly when we're talking about things like discomfort. Discomfort is not always something that we can lean into. It's not easy. Okay, we feel uncomfortable. Our first reflex is to create comfort, immediately. And sometimes it's necessary for us to just kind of sit in it. Okay, Maya said it's a dark green. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and Maya's also emphasizing she loves them and they hold frequencies. Crystal discharged hers last night with the full moon. Ashe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like the intention. Yes, they're pretty and they're nice and it looks, you know, very cool to be adorned. And here I am. I forgot I had on this clear fluoride. This is not a quartz. This is a fluoride. But it's a lot of energy around setting intentions, around things that will help you better navigate discomfort. So if what you be looking for in your discomfort is clarity, you might steer towards some of the more clear crystals like a fluoride or a quartz. You might steer toward like a selenite or something like that. You might steer toward one of those clarity generating crystals. Okay. If your discomfort is because you're having a hard time finding your voice and speaking your truth, then you might lean more toward crystals that represent the throat chakra. So things that are more like your blues and blue greens. And my brain is blanking right now. I can see the crystal. I have a big crystal that serves as a placeholder for really helping me be mindfully aware of how I communicate things. And when I feel like I'm having a hard time articulating myself, I like to wear it, and I cannot remember the name of it. I can see the crystal. It's not a turquoise.
Well, look what we have right here.
Oh. And look at God. Okay, look at God. Hold on, let me find it because I need to see it. So they're showing me aventurine, but I don't feel like that is what it is. But that is the name. So I have a resource book, clearly. You might invest in one as well. No, it's not oh, that's not what I was thinking of though. Yeah, it's not aventurine. It's gonna come to me later. And it's not an aquamarine, although it kind of looks like one. But you might go down the rabbit hole of starting to study geodes so that you can get more familiar with how to use crystals to set intentions with the things that you want to work on in your life. Okay. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. And it's coming through again in this channeled message. So, oh, is it appetite? Okay. Hold on. Now, hold on. Come on, Maya. Shit. No, it's not that one. It's not that one. It looks more like an aquamarine, but it's not aquamarine. And I'm going to find out and tell y'all. I'm going to keep it real with you. My crystals, when I go, and I know I need to go, I'm going to go today. It's going to happen today because this is like the third reminder that I need to go. What's interesting about crystals is like any other thing in life, everything is an oracle. Everything has a message. Everything, like if you talk to anyone who's really astutely connected with their intuition, anything in life is an oracle. I can look at this plant and start telling you about your whole life. And I do. I can look at this baby bed over here and start telling you about your whole work situation.
You told me the baby?
Yeah. So she was crying when I first went on live. Everything is an oracle, so crystals are no different, okay? But when I go to pick a crystal, I'm not going to look at all the definitions first. The way I was taught was, you made that for me?
Yeah, honey.
Oh, my love. I was taught, when I was first introduced to crystals, I was taught to go in the crystal store. First of all, I was taught to pick your own. Don't let other people pick crystals for you. And if people want to give you gifts, and that's fine. You know, gifts are, you know, beautiful and lovely. But when you are really working to connect with yourself and connect with crystals in your own unique way, it is best for you to go into the store and just see what you gravitate toward. Just see what resonates for you. It might be because of the color, the texture, the shape. It doesn't matter, okay? Just see what you feel drawn to, okay? And go and pick it. And when you pick it, then read what it's about, okay? You might also try the other way. If you really wanting to work on, you know, childhood trauma and doing more shadow work, you might go and intentionally pick that cherry quartz. Okay. You might intentionally go for that one because you know that is something you specifically are wanting to work on energetically within yourself. So it's no wrong way to do this. Okay. I'm just sharing with you how I was taught. And even when I go to get my own bag of crystals, I'm not just gonna get them all out and like tote them all around. I'm gonna literally just go to what I feel drawn to, and then I'll look up what it means, and I'll know that that's what spirit wants me to work on. Okay, so the card itself says work with crystals or connect with crystals. Okay, connect with crystals. Okay. Some people have been really conditioned away from the power of crystals because you've been taught that it's magic or voodoo or it's something that is not divine. Okay. But what they do is they really restore righteousness inside of us. As we're talking about things like intentionality and being conscious, they have a restorative power, literally power. Okay. They have a restorative power. Okay. So I'm not gonna go too much further down that road. This feels a little bit harsh, baby.
It's harsh. A little water.
No.
I'm doing different.
I know it's giving like grainy or like it looks the right color, but it feels like, what did you make it in? It's just an instant, right?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Exact same thing I've always done.
All right. Maybe it just needs a little cream. Just a little cream.
A little more?
Yeah, just a little bit. Like it has a lot of bite, not enough sweet.
Okay.
Maybe it's just sugar. I don't know. One of those. Maybe it's both.
All right.
That's sweet already, so we'll just go with that. All right. Let me get back focused. If you have an Ollie's in your area, they have all kinds of cool books. Ollie's. Okay, I'm not familiar with Ollie's. I have a couple of different crystal books. I also feel like this might have been mine, but I might have my own. I don't know if I left this for her, but either way, I definitely am going back down the rabbit hole. There's definitely some conscious intention setting I'm being called to do. And not just that, okay, as we're talking about dark crystals. They're not just for grounding, they're also for protection. And I know I've been getting a lot of energy around spiritual protection, and that is right in alignment for me as my platforms are growing and my access and reach is widening. More eyes and intentions on me. Gotta ground more and gotta protect more. So wearing crystals is not just for jewelry's sake. It serves multiple intentions and functions. All right, let's keep going. So the other card I have says aromatherapy, and y'all know what aromatherapy is, right? It's scents. It's not just a particular scent, any kind of scent, whether it's fruit or perfume or flowers, incense, herbs, food, okay? Anything and everything has a fragrance to it. We were just talking about the baby and how the baby smells so good. Not because she's got baby lotion and all the things, she just smells freaking good. She's got new car smell. New baby smell. Vic said God did that because you can't have him come out here hollering, acting the goddamn fool and stinking. So
Not gonna work.
made sense to me. Aromatherapy. Holy shit. Okay.
Snack comes later.
Yeah. They like slap some of that pink lotion on them so you ain't looking at them crazy. Every time they want some shit for you when you sleep. No, but seriously, aromatherapy. So these are self-care strategies as we're talking about navigating discomfort and learning how to self-regulate when you feel uncomfortable. There's a lot. There's so many ways I need to go in this conversation, but I'm actually kind of holding off a little bit energetically because it wants me to go down the road of shadow work. Shadow work meaning when you have unsavory or uncomfortable feelings or memories or experiences that you haven't quite dealt with. You know, it's like when we start feeling uncomfortable about certain things, we want to avoid it, get away from it instead of sitting in it and moving through it because it's where we need to be. Some of you really need to look into some shadow work crystals for support. Okay. Okay, it's not just to get it activated because there's, like, we're talking about this cherry quartz and we keep mentioning it because Vic went into a crystal store one day and was drawn to this prism, this cherry quartz prism, beautiful crystal. When I say cherry, it is actually cherry colored, and it was a prism. And she didn't even know what it represented. She just aesthetically was drawn to it and was beautiful, and she brought it home, and then that shit started getting some shit cracking. Okay? It did. It started getting her activated. And I don't even say just her. I think it was both of us because I had my own experience with that crystal one day.
Right around that time, it was that December.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. And
clients too.
Yep.
Clients started really
Yep.
on the desk,
Yep.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it served as a really great placeholder for work that we needed to do and work that we're continuing to do within ourselves and our own childhoods and adulthoods. It's a lot of energy around using quartz to support yourself and using crystals at large to, I'm hearing, unravel yourself. That's interesting. Okay. Some of y'all need to get a little bit more uncomfortable in order to heal. Some of you have experienced, okay, Bingo, I'm trying to work with you, bro. You want to go out there or no? You want to go or no? No? Okay, I'm going to shut the door. Yeah, some of y'all really need to work with yourselves and your past a little bit more, and crystals can be the thing that I'm hearing the word surge, that surges you and supports you. Okay. Thing that gets it activated and helps you to heal. It's all about intention. Okay. It's all about your intention. All right. Okay. I don't know how you say that one. Either one of those. Crystal, I don't know. I'm gonna have to learn that one. And crystal cola, and crystal praise. And unakite. Maya, I feel like you're gonna be giving us a little tutorial because you know a lot of things about crystals. Maya's gonna be giving us a tutorial soon. I feel it. Now loading. I'm just gonna call that into the ecos, okay? Because this is not my area of expertise. I am a student, very much learning still. And I only gravitate toward what I need. I know, honey. You're so sad. This dog is so attuned. He is so sad that this baby is here and he's not the baby of the family no more. He is so sad. I know, honey. I know. I feel sad for you. Because you've just been replaced. Because the baby is now your dad's first love. I'm so sorry to break that news to you. I'm so sorry. Nobody told you. I'm here to break it to you. It's gonna get better though, because she's gonna get bigger and then you can be playing with her a little bit more. But right now is not the time. So, you wanna eat something? Here, I'm gonna give you a chicken bone. You want a chicken bone? Good. You want a chicken bone? Come on. Let's go get one. Because I feel like you need a treat too. Because I know when I be sad, food be helping. When I be sad, food be helping, Bingo. Hold on. Just one little quick treat, okay? Just one little quick one. We need to get this stuff out anyway. And Vic is upstairs, so she don't have to hear you crunch it. I buy whole chickens for the dog, okay? Just for the dog. This is how you know he's devastated, okay? Look at what I got for you. He's so gentle. Watch. Watch. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna give you two, because that is just the right thing to do. Maybe not. I don't want to spoil you too much. We'll save that one for later. I know. This sucks around here for you. Dogs have it hard. Your whole life is their whole life. Or your whole life, or their whole life is your life. Ugh. And when your life changes, their little lives change. I feel bad for him. Okay, copper intensifies the effects. Now, I have a copper sphere that I really love. It sits right in my hand. It looks a lot like, when I say sphere, I have one of these that's copper. It's solid copper. I love it so much. I'm gonna go get it. Okay, let me stay focused. Y'all know we got babies and dogs and all kind of shit going on over here. So, aromatherapy to self-soothe, to connect with yourself, to manage your emotions. Yes, all of the above, okay? Crystals, same deal, okay? It's learning how to be uncomfortable. Some of y'all have a hard time processing feelings and even just entertaining your feelings. Like, this could be something that helps you to support you unconsciously. Doesn't mean you're gonna be running around crying all the time and be hella moody and emotional, but it does mean that you may start to lean into those feelings when you feel uncomfortable instead of running from them, okay? Like, feelings serve as an indicator to let you know that something is not okay, okay? And if you have these feelings and you start suppressing them or avoiding them and denying them, which is what many of us often do because we say things like, I ain't got time for that. I get that too. I don't have time to be in the fetal position, like dealing with people's feelings, dealing with my feelings about people that's not even here no more, or people that's never gonna change, or whatever the fuck it is, okay? It's a lot of energy around needing to do that work, okay? All right. See, you feel better? Wasn't that better? That was better. I don't know that there's any food, and I'm not about to do that part, okay? So you're gonna have to wait for your dad. Go home. Go home. Go home. No, go home. Go home. All right, we got a couple more cards. He is a cutie. He really is. He's really a sweet dog. He really, really, really is. And when I tell you this MFer, he talks. He really does. He talks. He don't say like words, but he will try to talk to you. I don't know. We're gonna have to try again. I'm gonna have to try again on camera because y'all don't know. He be talking. He's not ferocious in any way toward humans. He may not always fancy other dogs, but he is a vocal dog. And it's a dog, so it sounds aggressive. All right. Okay. So for anybody who might care what this book is called, it's called The Crystal Bible. Okay. And you know, that word is triggering, but it's just an index and directory of different crystals. Tell you their purposes, their where they can be found, you know, and sourced. It lets you know everything you need to know, A to Z, about these things. Okay. As we were talking about aromatherapy being used as a tool for self-support, you know, the casual things that we can always recognize would be like in things that come in like oil scents that come in a diffuser, or incense, you know, that we can burn. But plants, okay, can provide aromatherapy. Flowers, okay, can provide aromatherapy. Different body oils, aromatherapy. One thing that Vic and I really like to use are bath soaps. We like to have a whole arsenal of different scents of bath soaps, which was never my thing. And then I met Vic, and she had about 200 different flavors or scents of different bath soap in her shower, and I'm just like, why do you have 1,700 different bath soaps? Now I understand, okay? Because some days you feel like this, and other days you may feel like that, and it really depends on your mood, okay? So it's like, you know, getting more creative and imaginative with how you can use scent in your world to self-soothe. Even things like car air fresheners. It's not always because your car stinks. It may be because you just want to self-soothe with another aroma, and that is a way to be able to introduce it, okay? Vic looks like she smells good. It does. I'm gonna tell Vic that as a compliment. That's a funny compliment. You look like you smell good. Well, what the hell I look like, Najee? What the fuck you? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That is funny. I do love a good essential oil though. What did I put on today? Nothing. I used a lavender eucalyptus bath soap today. That's it. I forgot to put on deodorant. I need to shave my underarms too. All right. TMI. Welcome to the morning message. All right. So this card says Destiny Path, okay? And it says some shit at the bottom in another language that I don't know, okay? Destiny Path, as we're talking about discomfort, okay? Discomfort not being an indication that something is wrong. Shit, discomfort be an indication of what needs to be corrected and what is all right already, okay? And it's all right already because something needs to be adjusted, needs to be improved, needs to be corrected, okay? It's like a lot of energy around get excited when you don't feel okay. And that sounds maddening, okay? That's some basic math that don't add up in our regular 3D world, okay? It's like, no, you're uncomfortable, change that shit, you know? And sometimes, you know, that's true that we change it immediately. I'm uncomfortable, change it immediately. But again, sometimes it's necessary for us to sit in it for just a second to see what it's trying to tell us about the conditions or the people around us or about ourselves or all of the above. Okay. There's like wisdom that comes through discomfort. Okay. Y'all need to write that down. That's the whole point of this conversation. There's a wisdom that comes through discomfort. Okay. There's a wisdom in it. Like discomfort starts to give us a bird's eye view as to who we really are and what we're made of. That's true. Okay. That's a whole different mindset shift. Discomfort starts to give us an indication of who we really are and what we're made of, because it starts to speak to our value system, our tolerance levels, right? Our self-love. It starts to speak to our ambitions. Like all kind of shit gets flushed out of discomfort. Discomfort actually puts us in alignment, as they say, destiny's path. It puts us on the right path to what we are here to do and experience and be and have. It puts us in alignment if we let it. If you feel discomfort and you just stay eternally in discomfort, I don't know that that's your path. Is that why you came into this realm? Is just to be fucking miserable? Is that what you came into this dimension to do? That's interesting. Okay. Okay, last two cards. So, I love this, okay? And they came at the same time, so I'm gonna share them at the same time. We've got transformation and it's in you, okay? Vic.
Yes.
Najee said you look like you smell good. Let me smell you. Come here.
Me?
Yes.
I think she's talking about the baby. She's not talking about me. I don't know. I did take a shower last night, girl. I did do that. And I put some deodorant on this morning
I did take a shower last night, girl.
Okay, we safe. I did just put some.
Come here.
Okay, Najee, do I smell good? Smell the that part.
That do smell good.
See? Thank you, Najee. Hey, girl. Did it.
Did it? Y'all don't know her black ass don't be taking a shower some nights.
I be tired.
I'm like, maybe Najee got a channel message right now. Let me see.
Thing smells good.
All right. She passed the vibe check, y'all. Holy shit. Oh, that's funny. I love that. That is so funny. He said, Tia said, but does she have that fresh baby smell though? She actually does. No, you actually do. But that deodorant, we need that. I like that deodorant.
A negative.
Y'all so funny. Y'all get on my nerves, all of y'all. Especially her. Transformation, is it in you? Okay, as we're talking about discomfort not being wrong, again, it's the pathway to transformation. Something needs to change if you're uncomfortable, okay? And it doesn't always mean the current conditions. It might be something else around it. It might be your attitude need to change. It might be your habits need to change, not necessarily your environment, okay? And it says it's in you. It's in you to change. Some of y'all be like so uncomfortable and so negligent about it. Is the word. I'm hearing the word negligent. Staying in conditions, circumstances, and situations that make you feel eternally discomfortable, uncomfortable. Eternally uncomfortable. Whew. Sorry, that is coming through like a surge. Okay, some of y'all stay in conditions that keep you eternally uncomfortable because you don't know that it's in you to actually change it. Whew. You don't think you're strong enough or capable enough or worthy enough. There's a void there. There's all this enough. There's not enough. You don't think you are enough. Okay. Like you are. You do have the power. You do have the knowledge, the know-how. You do have the courage and the bravery, the strength. You got it all to change the condition. It's a lot of energy by recognizing the levels and layers of discomfort. Temporary discomfort is different than eternal discomfort. Okay. Temporary is different than this long-lasting legacy of them. I'm hearing a long-lasting legacy of discomfort, meaning spending so much of your time and energy in your life path in a state of discomfort. Okay, it is in you to change these conditions and to change your mindset, to change your routines, to change your patterns, okay? Woo, okay. So there's layers to this. It's like a spectrum. It's like a spectrum between being uncomfortable sometimes or temporarily to all the time every day. I don't know that anybody's here to be uncomfortable all the time every day. Okay, and if you're being rocked up out of your comfort zone for a short time, it's like to sit and look at this. It's like there's a need to like draw perspective around your level and layers of discomfort. It's like they're showing me like to take a step back and look at what you're uncomfortable with and see where you are on the spectrum. Is this something that is temporary and just for right now, or is this something that has been long lasting and lingering and now has created a whole series of experiences behind myself where I've just been uncomfortable for a long, long time. I've been living in discomfort for a long time, okay? It's like looking at the pattern of the discomfort, but you gotta take a step back. Whew. And when we've been in discomfort for a long time, now that lends itself to suffering. Okay. Suffering. Whew. Okay, there's a lot of energy around that. I feel like I want to over-explain these messages, but it's like it's coming through in this very simple way. So it's a lot of energy around taking a step back, taking a bird's eye view of what you're experiencing, okay? Assessing where you are on your own spectrum, okay? Is this temporary or has this been long lasting? When I look back, has this been going on a long time, okay? And it's like really not just looking at it for what it is, like, oh yeah, it's been going on a long time, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. It's like really taking that landscape view to look and assess and then determine how you're going to move forward with that assessment. Oh, this is temporary? Okay, this is temporary, okay. Oh, this has been long lasting? Oh, okay, so this requires change. Okay. Whew. Okay, this requires change. Long-lasting suffering requires change. Whew. See, this energy is coming in real hard, okay? Long-lasting disappointment. Okay, they're giving me not just discomfort, it's long-lasting disappointment, okay? Long-lasting sadness, long-lasting suffering, okay? Whew. Long-lasting sadness, okay? Needs change, okay? Okay. So as an example, okay, some of you are still recovering from grief and loss experiences, whether it's the actual death of a person or death of a situation. It's like if you have been long lasting in this suffering, it now needs change, okay? Even grief has thresholds that require change. It's like we say someone gets stuck, okay? Whew, and I'm not just talking about, missing someone who has passed on. There's some people are missing relationships that have passed on. Okay. The relationship ended 15 years ago and you're still thinking about that person and wondering what happened. You still have some of their belongings or some keepsakes that still keep you lingering in that old legacy. Okay. Whew, like these are things that require change. You still haven't gotten over your ex, or you still haven't gotten over that job that you lost, or that job you got fired from or put out from. Like, you need to heal that. Okay. You need to deal with that. Whew, it's a lot of energy around that, dealing with it, okay? Whew, some of you have long-lasting relationships with despair. You need to deal with that, okay? Whew, okay. A lot of energy around that. Okay. Last card. Okay, what did I just say? And we had this card come the other day. Last card says, nourish the shadow. So when we start talking about shadow and shadow work, again, we're talking about unresolved feelings, emotions. We're talking about undealt with traumas and tragedies. Whew, that's discomfort that you've made a lifestyle out of. Okay, out of suppressing or denying, or I'm hearing delegating, okay? It's like, what does that mean? It's like blaming other people for your discomfort. This is why I still feel this way, because you da-da-da-da-da. It's like, no, okay? Even if that is true, that there were people and players that can and should be held accountable, it's like your discomfort in and your despair in it is your job to heal. It's your job to reconcile, okay? No one's saying you're wrong, okay? We're just saying that that doesn't make you right, okay? You're not wrong, okay? But it doesn't make you all right to blame and put it on them. And this is why I still have this burden. This is why I still have this devastation. You are the reason why I'm not happy or healed. That's not true, okay? It's not true at all. Woo! So this is not how I would prefer to stop this message, but it's like, whoop, we're done. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, leave it with that. It's Friday, so y'all know I do these morning messages Monday through Friday, so we won't be back until next week, Monday. It does feel appropriate to encourage you to watch some older episodes and use it as an oracle. Go back to the library of morning messages and just spin the wheel and boop, stop and watch that one, okay? It may or may not have a title. It may just have a date. Doesn't matter. They're timeless messages. Whew. And a lot of reminder energy around working with crystals, okay? So start setting new intentions around how you're gonna manage your emotions or deal with some of these hard feelings or hard situations that make you uncomfortable, okay? Whew. It's like using these crystals to help you alchemize this discomfort, to get more clarity on what is it coming to reveal to you or through you, okay? And knowing that any discomfort that you feel is an opportunity for elevation, okay? It's an opportunity for elevation. It's not a setback. Some of you think to deal with some of your childhood traumas is going to set you back. It's going to catapult you. It's going to fucking free you. It's going to liberate you, okay? Whew, it's going to heal your heart. It's going to fill up the cup of the sadness that you haven't dealt with. Okay? It's going to elevate you. It's going to help you redefine yourself and your life in new terms that feel good. Okay? Believe that or not. All right. All right. I invite some of you who are thinking about getting plants and flowers. You don't need a reason to go do it. Just buy something. Okay, or propagate something. If someone has a plant that you really love, ask them, can you get a little leaf off of it to start your own? Okay, it's a lot of energy around that. Okay. All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy y'all's weekend. We got a baby to play with. She's so cute. Love it. Such a divine time and blessing. I don't think my parents were this excited when I came into the world. I mean, no shade. You know, adults be having adult shit go on and then you get pregnant. It's like, oh, fuck. Sure, that was the case with my life. But it feels so good to be able to welcome a baby into the house of love, surrounded by love and surrounded by support. And just all the high vibes that come with that. And I know we all wish we could have that experience. Some of you went through pregnancy alone. Some of you have been estranged from your children, okay? You may have grandchildren and didn't get to experience that with your grandchildren. Like, this feels like a grandchild for me. And it's so beautiful, it's so divine. I told Destiny that she should have named the baby Divine. I've been telling her this even before the baby got here, and now I know why. It's because she is so divine. Anywho, so ready to move so I can have that jungle too. Got a jungle in my oh yeah. I see myself with like a wall of plants, literally like a whole wall shelf of plants. I would love that in my house. I would love to have an atrium that has like a skylight where the light's coming in from outside so I can grow all kind of shit in there. I would just so love that. Maybe this is part of my manifestation. I'm calling it in, okay? All right, y'all. Y'all be good to yourselves and each other, of course. I got 77% on my phone, and 77 is all about spiritual growth and self-care. So I encourage y'all to engage in all of the things, okay? And catch me back here next Monday, 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 Eastern, live intuitive channel message with moi. Is she sharing the baby's name? The baby's name is Sanai. Sanai. Kind of like Sanaa Lathan, but Sanai. Sanaa is her name, Sanai. So I'm going to get her on here next week. She's going to come share the baby with y'all. I'm going to try. I'm going to work on that for y'all. Okay, and I know she's got so many words of wisdom to share as she is now opened up in a new level in her own life, enjoying the motherhood gang. So, oh, really? I didn't know that, Carrie. I love that. All right, y'all. Y'all gonna be good. Okay, love y'all so much. See you next week. Have a great day. No matter what. Peace.